Hey guys, it's Jan Shartay and I'm back again with another video. So today we're going to be talking about what you should be using your website for. Is it for marketing? Is it for sales? Or is it for both? So if you're interested, stay tuned. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel where we talk about boutiques, e-commerce, business, and all things making money online. All right, guys, so obviously your website is where sales occur. That's where people go to put their payment information in and all that good stuff. So obviously it is a sales channel. However, what most people don't realize is that your website is filled with a bunch of marketing components. And if you don't take great care of those marketing components across your website, you're ultimately impacting your ability to make sales through your sales channel. So I want to walk you through some of the areas of your website's homepage, product pages, so on and so forth that are actually that are in fact part of your marketing process, okay? So the thing that I notice with a lot of people is that they will get their website professionally built, but they don't know how to actually manage and update their own website. And that's a problem because your marketing is something that should be evolving over time. So the number one thing that I see that needs to be changed and usually isn't changed enough is your hero image on your website. So this is the big banner at the very top of your website. The mistake that a lot of people make is that they run their e-commerce website kind of like a service provider. Typically service providers are like coaches, for example. We go get a photo shoot done, we get our website done, we get a picture put up at the top, and it's just like a picture more so as like a placeholder versus it being something that we're marketing. So we're not necessarily like marketing the clothes that we're wearing or anything like that. It's more about the messaging. But when you are selling products, that big banner at the top of your website should be marketing your products and ultimately getting people excited about the thought of continuing to scroll. So that banner is the number one thing that should be constantly updating. I'm not going to tell you that there's a specific schedule that it should be updating on, but I will say that you want to take into consideration whether or not your business is progressing in the way that you want it to. So when you're starting to, buy inventory or you're dropping new collections and things like that, that banner image should be getting updated. So it should have something that is from your newest product drop, or it should maybe have the collection that you're focused on that week or that day. It should be something that is being constantly updated to reflect what your current goals are in the business. So that hero banner is the number one thing that should be getting updated because it's a big component of your marketing. You're marketing either a collection, a product, a promotion, a sale, so on and so forth. And let me just say, it should not say, welcome to blah, blah, blah boutique. You don't need that, okay? All right, girls, so I ain't gonna lie to you. Business is not as easy as I am making it seem in this video. It, in fact, gets a lot harder. So let's just skip all the nonsense and get straight to business. Click the link in the description and grab my $1,000 a day challenge. It's $19, and it's gonna walk you through the 5 most important elements of growing your boutique or e-commerce business. So go ahead and click that link, girl, because the rest of this video is gonna confuse you even more than it has to. Another thing that is a part of your marketing in your website is going to be your headlines. So anywhere where there's like a big, bold piece of text or block of text essentially is a place where you could be further marketing. So what we typically do is name the sections like new arrivals and collections, or like shop by size or shop by color, things like that. And while you do need those labels, you do want to also take into consideration whether or not it makes sense for it to be titled or named something else. So I think about those headlines as places where you can display your brand's personality and also further reiterate like what is the focus or what's important in that moment. So for example, let's say that your new arrivals are currently 40% off. Instead of that section being labeled new arrivals, you could label it new arrivals currently 40% off or 40% off new arrivals. So the way that you choose to word things can impact whether or not someone chooses to purchase. Because imagine that, for example, all of those new arrivals are in fact 40% off, but they didn't know that when they got there. Like they didn't get an email or a text or anything like that that said, these products are 40% off. But if they land on your website and you have this headline that says 40% off all new arrivals today only, or whatever code they need to use, that's marketing. You're telling people what they need to know to impact their decision to go ahead and add that product to their cart and ultimately make a purchase. So the banner at the top or the hero image, your headlines. Another thing that you want to take into consideration is going to be the announcement bar. Usually it's going to be at the very top of your website. Every single website does not have an announcement bar. I will say I typically see them on like Shopify websites, but I don't know anything about any other platforms, y'all, so excuse me. But anyway, the announcement bar is exactly what it sounds like. It's for making an announcement. A lot of times we use it on a reoccurring basis for like telling people what our free shipping threshold is. So free shipping on orders over $100 or 40% off today only, so on and so forth. You can use it for whatever you want, but I do think it's really important to remember that it is an actual announcement bar. So if there's anything that is worth making an announcement about, you should use it to make an announcement about, okay? The next thing that's part of your marketing is your pop-up. So this is another one of those things that I see that online boutique owners and e-commerce brands don't update enough. I use Klaviyo for email marketing, and it basically lets you build a bunch of pop-ups. So you don't have to have one singular pop-up. The pop-up that you started with is not the one that you need to end with. You can update it every single month. You can update it with every single collection. And not to mention, you can update the offer, the incentive. So while it may currently be that you're offering 15% off for signing up for emails, in the future, let's say next week or next month, you may say, you know what, I want to test out offering 25% off when you sign up for our email list. Or maybe you're going to do like a free gift with purchase for a limited amount of time. All of that is an element of your marketing. So the purpose of the pop-up isn't just to collect email subscribers, it's also to market what's going on. You can also use those pop-ups for announcements as well, so you don't actually have to collect any information on them. I like to use them when I'm running like a clearance sale, for example, so like a blowout sale. I will literally create a pop-up in Klaviyo, and the only thing that goes on that pop-up is an image and some text that says shop our clearance sale, and there's a button that takes them to the clearance page. So I love using the pop-ups to further market what's going on in my business and ultimately help to guide people in the direction that I want them to go once they land on my website. And the other thing I want you to know about pop-ups is that you can have a pop-up that's specific to certain pages on your website. So again, in Klaviyo, you can actually choose what URLs you want that pop-up to show up on and what URLs you don't want it to show up on. So for example, let's say that you wanted to offer 15% off for signing up for your emails, but you don't want to offer 15% off for somebody who landed on your clearance page because obviously your clearance merchandise is already discounted. So you can tell Klaviyo, do not show this pop-up on any page that has /clearance in it. Or let's say that you had 15% off for all your new arrivals for a day, but let's say that you wanted to offer $25 off of a $100 or more order for your plus size collection. You could actually choose where you want that pop-up to show and only show versus, where you don't want it to show. So the pop-up is honestly something that is not utilized enough, and it's a huge element of your marketing. The next two are going to just get combined. It's going to be your product titles and your product descriptions. So yes, obviously the product title is the title of the product and the product description is the description of the product. However, again, it's a place for you to further market. So again, let's say that you're running a sale, you're running a promotion. Let's say that there's another item that complements the product that they're looking at. You could actually mention those products in the product description and say, and don't forget to check out our blah, 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 and you can hyperlink that product so that they can easily get to it. Now, granted, obviously you have like your frequently bought together section, or maybe you have like an upsell, like a pop-up for upsells and cross sales and things like that. But ultimately, let's say that you don't want to add those pop-ups and those extra apps and things like that to your website just yet because they cost money typically. You could at a minimum just add more messaging to your product descriptions to help guide them in the direction that you want them to go. I usually name my product titles things that literally describe the product, and that's for the sake of SEO. So for search engine optimization, a search engine does not know what the jasmine dress is. They have no idea what that is, and no one's going to Google and typing in that they're looking for the jasmine dress. But they will go to Google and type in that they're looking for a denim maxi dress with buttons or something like that. So you could actually choose to name your products exactly what it is to help it show up in search engine results potentially. And if you don't want to change it how it looks on your website, there's a section at the very bottom of the product page in Shopify where you can update how that product shows up on search engines. It's literally labeled search engine listing. So you can change the product title as well as the description and make it search engine optimized. And that just means that you are infusing it with the proper keywords that someone would be searching for when they were looking for that product. So your title and your descriptions can also be an area of your website that helps you to market and ultimately helps you to potentially make sales. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you need help with anything website related, I have a Shopify course that you could definitely check out. I'll put it in the description. It'll walk you through how to set up your entire Shopify, not just what it looks like, but the back end. So making sure your products are properly updated or uploaded, making sure that your products have a type and a cost and just all of the back end important things that all websites need. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.